Everyone, how you doing today? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. Couple quick reminders. First and foremost, we will not be doing a live Q&A today at 8 a.m. I think this is the first Saturday I have missed in a long time. That is because right after I end this video, I will be racing to SFO to actually jump on a flight to Southern California. I will let you know more about the event tomorrow. I want to see what it's like today because it's either going to be awesome or a total flop. I will let you know all about it tomorrow. In addition to that, we will not be hosting our live Q&A for my students in the Facebook group because I will actually be in the air traveling down south. And if you know my channel at all, I am a horrible flyer, so my nose will likely be buried in a book so that I can try to distract myself. So again, no live Q&A today. I'll let you all know about it tomorrow. In addition to that, this has been a great and possibly record-breaking week for the One Rental at a Time brand, student, followers, all of that. Keep letting me know if you close deals. I want to mail you these cards. This is awesome stuff. I want to congratulate Patrick, who gets one of these cards sent out today. Congratulations, Patrick. But again, if you closed a deal or you think One Rental at a Time helped you, let me know. You can DM me on Instagram. If you're in my group, obviously post the wins there. You can find my website, One Rental at a Time, and email me directly from there. But again, One Rental at a Time is clearly helping folks, and we are going to have a record week, I think. I think it's going to be really close, but I have a good feeling, and hopefully we hear more about wins today. That would be awesome. Don't worry, even though I won't be creating any more original content today, my creators and experts with me have been busy making sure that you have Saturday content. We have a video coming out later today from a student who actually shares his experience investing and buying in the downtrend, right? Buying before and then the whole crash. That is a great story that goes out this morning. Pay attention to that. And also ask yourself, are we seeing any similarities this time to last time? Is a great discussion. He actually does it from a Home Depot parking lot. That's the kind of rock stars we have in this group. Second, Stephen Dow was gracious enough to give us another video and talk about how to get the best rates from a non-QM lender, credit score, down payment, points, all of that. That video will come out. And then the most important, we can't forget the Lumberjack. The Lumberjack landlord and I did 3 videos yesterday. They are all coming out today. Keep the positive vibes going for the Lumberjack and his family. I love the fact that over 200 of you, almost 300 of you, were wishing he and his family well. That is awesome. So as we get on to the news, I expect, as I've been telling you for the last 30 days, the debt ceiling, raising the debt ceiling to become kind of, if you will, top of fold, to use an old newspaper theme, right? For the last month or so, it's kind of been in, the second or third tier. It is going to be top of fold. It is right around the corner. There is talk that by the end of September, the Fed will be out of moves, and we could default on some payments. This threat has been there seemingly every year that I've been around, but it is certainly worth thinking about. What would happen if the debt ceiling is not raised? Well, the Fed will have to prioritize payments. Some people will get paid, some won't. Likely, you would see a move in interest rates up, and I suspect you would see Wall Street throw a fit. I would suspect the stock market doesn't like that. So I don't know. Again, I don't see it happening, but it is. When did politics become so just there's always been two parties, but there's always been some kind of bridge where you kind of meet in the middle and you work it out. It doesn't seem like that today. It seems like they're more interested in throwing grenades at each other than negotiating and working out something better for all of us. But we shall see. Next up, we also have Jerome Powell. I assumed it was a lock for Jerome Powell to get the nomination going forward. Although I saw a crazy article yesterday. Apparently, several of these Fed presidents have been out trading stocks and bonds in the throes of this event we're in. Now, these gentlemen, I think they're all guys. I think they were all guys, are clearly people of means, and they're trading with numbers that you and I don't see. But I remember the time when the Fed had a squeaky clean reputation, kind of like the Supreme Court, almost untouchable. But man, this is not a good look. Frankly, if I was Powell, I'd go to Plan B. I would fire these individuals or ask for their resignation or whatever the right words are, because you can't. The Fed is so has to be above reproach. And what we saw in this article about trading stocks and bonds and all of these things, not cool. Doesn't make you feel good, at least in my opinion. So I don't know. I think that might be a stink that gives people pause and basically, sorry, pal, you're out also. Could happen. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I did a video yesterday, actually a live stream yesterday about inflation. I hope you watched that. There's a lot of chatter about tax the rich, tax the corporations, tax. I need all of us to understand that each and every one of us are paying a tax already. And it's not called a tax. They call it inflation. But I don't know about you, but when I take my wallet out and I have to spend more money to buy the same stuff, that feels like a tax. Now, some of you are seeing higher incomes, but most of us, if you really do the math, the higher incomes are not enough to beat out inflation. So again, we have inflation. It's above 5%. It will likely be above 5%, and we will talk about inflation later as there is calls to see this running for 2 or 3 years. Folks, that is why I did the 50-year spreadsheet. Again, it is available for you in my free course, in the bonus section, in the paid course as well. 2 versions, my version and then the one you asked for, CPI, S&P 500 included. That one kind of got noisy to me, but you wanted it, so I added it. It's in the free course. Go get your copy. But here's the deal. When inflation grabs hold, and it's done it twice in the US, the 40s and the 70s, it's not a one-hit wonder. I think Powell in his transitory comments is kind of like, yes, it's transitory, don't look at me. Not good. Not good. And if we spend another $3.5 or $4.5 trillion, do you think inflation goes down? We're operating in an environment where supply is the issue, not demand. We don't need more demand. So it is going to be interesting. A very interesting thing came out yesterday in the consumer sentiment. Kind of got a chance to read more of it, right? The headline number came out, and then you get to read the details later in the day. Looks like the Americans, right? This is definitely a U.S. report, but probably pretty similar to the rest of the world. Only 29% of Americans think it is a good time to buy a home. That means 71% think it is a terrible time to buy a home. From where I sit as an investor, I am licking my chops. Inventory is going up. The housing slowdown is real. We are no longer paying premium prices for junk. Average Americans think it is a horrible time to buy. This is the lowest number since 1982. And if you want to know why 1982 was horrible, go look at my 50-year chart. Interest rates were 16.8%. Just nutty. So yes, if the average American thinks it is a horrible time to buy, I think that is great for us investors because you don't pay list price. You do the math, you calculate yield, you learn the average for your market, and you only do good or great deals. That is vital. Do the work, find average, do good or great deals. As Dion from Dion Talk says, it is always a great time to do a great deal. And I just closed on a great deal yesterday. So I am doing what I talk about, and I am looking to buy more. But again, you got to do the work. Don't just buy anything. Learn average, then do good or great. You need help. The course is below. Join the Facebook group as well. Looks like China property market is starting to ripple through, right? We talked about China property market potentially being a black swan 4 months ago. Kind of reared its ugly head in the last 72 hours with Evergrande, perhaps more, probably 4 days. Now it looks like there's been a run on commodity selling to raise cash, like US dollars. You can never really tell for sure, but that is what I'm reading from commodity brokers, an article about it seems to be a lot of selling to get dollars. So looks like China government is trying to step in and do some dollar management because they definitely need some dollars. What else do I got? Oh, the other thing to realize is when you look at economy, the largest China, which is the number 2 in the world, you have to realize when they catch a cold or get the flu, it is going to impact other countries. For example, it is without question that Australia and their commodity-rich country was shipping lots of stuff to China. Actually, just got a question here. You know what, Chester? I haven't done this in a while. If you're watching this channel and you're thinking about get the course, I will give you a discount code right now. Right now, if you're going to buy my course today, you can use June 50. June 50. It's June 50. You'll get $50 off. Anybody who buys today, that discount code will work. It'll be $249 instead of $300. So again, June 50, Chester. Anybody that gets it today, you get to thank Chester for sending that little thought bubble or comment or whatever came up. So enjoy. I'll add you to the Facebook group tomorrow because, again, I'll be jumping on a plane here in a little bit. But yeah, if you want a discount, buy today. Enjoy. But back to the story of China and hurting other economies. There are economies that have been shipping stuff to China, iron and iron ore and cement and all of that. June 50 with an E, June 50, Janet, June 50. Again, the discount will only work today, so enjoy. Yeah, so again, we have to see what other countries are impacted. If China gets the flu, some countries will catch a cold, so enjoy that. We need to figure that out. Definitely rush on dollars. In addition, there were some calculations on flipping profits. It looks like flipping was the least profitable in the last decade, with profit margins ranging about 34%. I always think that's odd. How do they really calculate that? But here's the deal, folks. Flipping is not profitable because A, people who are doing flips today were buying in a buying frenzy and having to overpay. And then they happened to be selling when less buyers, right? They kind of got the worst of both worlds, right? There were more competition when they bought. Then they have 60 days of repairs, and now they're selling into a slowing market. That's what happens when there's a housing slowdown. So again, it's interesting to see. Looks like artificial intelligence is being a big part of the real estate industry. Obviously, Zillow, Redfin, OfferPad, all of these folks. But folks, I have brought you a great partner. It is in the course, and there is a free playlist on this channel called PropStream. PropStream is your AI platform if you want to use it. Historically speaking, data about real estate is all over the place, but PropStream has brought it together. If you go to my course or you go to the playlist, there's actually a link that gets you a discount, 7-day free trial, and I think 50 free records. So you need to play with this. Part of the deal of real estate is finding people who might be in a position to sell. And again, we have a whole playlist with PropStream, and it talks about marketing and postcards and all of that, but it starts with your question. What are you looking for? And the last time we did a session, I talked about what I am doing and how I'm using it. I'm looking for seller finance deals for people who own for 20 years or more and live out of state. I want to offer them seller financing. That's just one way I'm using it. But again, figure out what you want to do, use the system, play with it, have some fun. Worst case, just do the 7-day trial and see what you find. Also, if you're in my course, we talk buy box. PropStream gives you a level of buy box detail I could never imagine when I started. If you really are hungry to spend time ironing out your buy box, Go nuts. PropStream is where to go. Dig in, have fun. Looks like the World Bank. This is shocking news. Not shocking. Shocking news. Not shocking. The World Bank was pressured to give China high grades when they ranked China in the world economy. Folks, this is not a surprise. In fact, it reminds me of the housing crisis of last time. If you've ever seen the movie The Big Short, there was a scene where they go into the rating agencies, and as I recall, the lady had really thick glasses. She was like always like this. That's what happens. The rating agencies, in this case, the World Bank, was nudged, poked, kicked to give China a higher rating. Shocking. I don't know why we think this is shocking. But yes, it is happening. And then back to inflation. Inflation is not transitory. There was a meeting of CFOs and CEOs of manufacturers yesterday, and here are some quotes. 3M CFO, inflation is unprecedented throughout the supply chain. GE CEO, inflation is going to be running hot for at least 3 years. Eaton Corp, we expected inflation to ease this year, but it has gotten worse and now is substantially worse. Carrier Group, we are trying to get ahead of inflation and have raised prices 3 times already. Folks, we are in an inflationary environment. We have been given a gift of low rates. The housing market is slowing down. So if you are looking to do an investment property, you need to do what I did yesterday. 30-year debt, cheapest you can, lock it in, and only do great deals. What do I mean by that? Yesterday, I closed on a deal that will yield a little bit over 10%. That may not sound like a lot to you, but my market average is 6. I will do a 10% deal every time, and I am busting my butt to find more 10% deals. That's why I'm using PropStream. I'm looking for the sellers so we can control down payments, control interest. I'm trying to do this. I hope you are too. It takes work. It's not easy. But as my students are showing, yesterday I think we had 8 cards. I think Patrick got his card today. It's happening. It's happening. So again, I'm about to take off and go get an airplane, which I hate. I hate airplanes, but you got to know it's a good thing if I'm actually getting on a plane. Take care of yourself. We will do this tomorrow at 7:30. Bye-bye.